These campers aren't testing for a merit badge in freshwater aquatics. These kids aren't even part of a camp organization. Aside from taking a one-week vacation away from their parents, they all have one thing in common. They have a family member in the Army Reserves. In August, 48 kids became campers for 1 week and took part in this Army Reserve Enrichment Camp in Salem, Wisconsin. This was the first year the 88th Regional Readiness Command and Army Reserve Child Youth Services, or CYS, hosted such an event.
A lot of kids were under the impression that this was going to be some sort of boot camp because it's just for Army Reserve youth, but it's not anything close to a boot camp. It's just a time and a place for kids who have someone in the Army Reserves to come together and experience summer camp, a week of summer camp together. So they're all staying overnight in the cabins, and it's basic summer camp with swimming and fishing and boating and games and songs.
The foremost reason for CYS to have this week-long venture is to provide a fun and emotional refuge for these kids that are in some stage of a family member's deployment.
Don't brush your teeth and wash your face.
I'll brush my teeth.
All right. My first one, my reaction of the kids, they're amazing. They're really eager to talk about their parents, whether or not they've gotten Purple Hearts, and they're really interested in the activities.
So they don't become the forgotten casualty of war. CYS has increased its support by teaching these kids coping strategies for stress and showing them how to be resilient during a deployment, all in a fun environment. Keeping to an environment these kids could identify with and making sure the camp was all fun and games, CYS organized a military day during the camp week. Surrounding Army Reserve units and the Salem's Fire Department came to the camp and answered a lot of questions and had some hands-on show and tell. A special guest that had the kids in awe was a UH-1 Huey helicopter that dropped in for a visit.
Shoulder straps.
This outdoor getaway wasn't an advantage strictly for the kids. It also was a benefit for some parents.
I think there are a lot of ways that the parents can benefit. First, like I mentioned before, being able to have your kids be somewhere that you know is safe and you know they're having a good time and learning skills and developing friendships gives, I think, the parents a little bit of a break as well, so they can go back home and have a week where they can focus on themselves.
And you're probably asking, how much does all of this cost? One Huey helicopter costs $4.7 million. A meal ready to eat, or MRE, costs $6. Sending your child to an Army Reserve enrichment camp for 1 week is absolutely free. Reporting for the Sight Picture from Salem, Wisconsin, I'm Sergeant First Class Chris Farley.